Since the final in 2005 against Arsenal at the Millennium Stadium, Cardiff, the Reds expecting a much easier and much more successful trip today. It's Newport County against Manchester United. Full match commentary live on BBC Radio Manchester as Aaron Wildig gets us underway here at Rodney Parade, and Newport go long down the right-hand side. Casemiro's there to head it back towards the halfway line. Newport put it back towards the United box, and they have it on the right-hand side now. It's a good challenge from Martinez. Short pass to Bruno Fernandes, and he clips on over the top, looking for Alejandro Garnacho on the halfway line, but it goes out of play for a throw-in right in front of where Erik ten Hag is stood in the dugout. Just moments in, it's 0-0. Newport County clearly straight from the start of the game wanting to get the ball up, wanting to cause problems for United, and they come again down the right hand side in their yellow/orange shirts and black shorts. United nick it back, and Casemiro goes long towards the centre circle, headed back into the United half, and Bruno Fernandes really has to scrap to get that ball back. Newport come back away with possession and once again go long. A header back from Casemiro though goes back to Altay Bayındır, who gets his first touches in a Manchester United shirt. It is his debut today. The Turkish goalkeeper, formerly of Fenerbahce, the first Turkish player to represent Manchester United. And he goes short to Lisandro Martinez, who shifts it to the right hand side as United will attack from right to left today in all white. Manchester United third strip on show in the FA Cup here at Rodney Parade. Bayındır with a little bit of 1-2 with Rafael Varane. Just puts his foot on the ball outside of his box here, Altay Bayındır. Not a goalkeeper renowned for being great with his feet necessarily, but calm and composed in possession there. Now Martinez, Luke Shaw, another player returning from injury. He's closed down quickly, and he went long up towards the mid-height of Rasmus Højlund, who couldn't get the ball under control, and Newport fight to get possession back, but Martinez steps up into the Newport half, in a central position, shifts it right down the right-hand side, that right wing looking for Anthony. It's headed back towards the halfway line by Newport, and United's defence managed to get possession again. It's Martinez who will clip one over the top, looking for the run of Garnacho. He's in the box here, Garnacho on the left-hand side, twists and turns, keeps possession, brought to the ground, and then eventually it's cleared away by Newport County, headed back into the Newport half by Martinez on the halfway line. 0-0, just 2 minutes into the game here. Now Bruno Fernandes, central position, passes it low down the right-hand side. Diogo Dalot takes over possession. Here's Anthony for United, long-range efforts, just wide of the left-hand post there. It remains 0-0 in South Wales.
It's a good start for Manchester United. They've had plenty of the ball in the opening couple of minutes, exactly what they would want, try and quiet this crowd down. Good bit of play there, worked it out to Anthony on that wide right. He's cut inside on his left foot and he's just whizzed one straight past the outside post. It's but a good start for Manchester United, and they just want to keep it up.
United get the first shot of the game, then it's an Anthony Curler, the Brazilian who arrived right at the start of Erik ten Hag's reign at Old Trafford. Large price tag, played with him at Ajax of course. This season yet to register a goal involvement. Newport do go long with the goal kick. Casemiro challenges and wins the ball back for United and flips one forward in the air, and as it comes back towards the Manchester United half, Casemiro adjudged to have fouled his man, and it will be a Newport County free kick just inside the Manchester United half on the right hand side.
That's one thing that Manchester United don't want to do. They don't want to give Newport any advantage in this game by giving sloppy free kicks away in their own half. Give Newport an opportunity to put it in your box. Test Bayındır, the goalkeeper. So it'll be interesting to see what Newport can put together with this free kick.
We'll see what James Clark can conjure up with this free kick. It's just to the right of the centre circle for Newport County. Will they get one forward and try and get it into the box? They try and curl one round the outside. It's a decent ball in. Martinez had to get under that because there was a striker just behind him. It was Harry Charsley waiting for the pass, and Newport shift it to the right hand side. Bit of space for McLaughlin. Good ball into the far post. Dalot's there with the header on the far side, and he can head it away to Anthony, who holds up possession with his back to the halfway line. He goes back to Diogo Dalot, shifts it back to the goalkeeper Bayındır, and that's a nice ball from the Turk over to the left hand side where Fernandes has a bit of space. He's Forced to turn in possession though, Bruno Fernandes. The press was really good by Newport County and Evans. And United just now keeping possession in the defence.
That'll settle Bayern down what he's just done on the ball there. He had two Newport Counties forwards pressing him aggressively while the ball was played back to him, and he clipped a lovely ball out to this. You say he wasn't very good with his feet, Kaz. He just showed that he wasn't bad there with that lovely ball. That'll settle him down no ends.
Yeah, lovely pass from the goalkeeper outside Bayern making his debut. It's Anthony on the right hand side now on the halfway line. We're 5 minutes in South Wales. It's Newport County 0, Manchester United 0. In the fourth round of the FA Cup. Now it's Luke Shaw. Plays it to the feet of Rasmus Højlund, who's caught in possession. Newport get it back, but a great sliding challenge on the halfway line by Casemiro. His pass doesn't reach Luke Shaw, and Newport can clear it up long towards the Manchester United box. Martinez gets there first, and a nice header back to the goalkeeper outside Bayern, the Manchester United number one in terms of what's on the back of his shirt. Whether Andre Onana will come back in after his return from AFCON, we'll wait and see. Martinez, the Argentine for Manchester United, bringing the ball out of the box in the Predator boots to the feet of Luke Shaw. Bit of space for Bruno Fernandes now, who can poke one on to Anthony in the area. Fernandes!
Oh, what a good goal.
1-0. Manchester United take the lead 6 minutes in here in South Wales. Lovely finish from Bruno Fernandes, lovely build-up play, and right into the bottom left-hand corner. The United captain puts them 1-0 up in the FA Cup fourth round.
A fantastically worked goal from Manchester United. What a really, really good goal that is. The movement in front for the ball into the front man. I think it was Luke Shaw who played it in. There was a little run across the ball. Bruno Fernandes flicks it with the outside of his foot, I think, to Garnacho, who pulls it back. And Bruno just runs onto it and smashes it into the bottom left-hand corner. A really well-worked goal, and exactly what Manchester United would want early in this cup tie.
Yeah, Newport clearly trying the intense press in this game, but eventually you just thought one Manchester United forward was going to find themselves in a bit of space. It was Fernandes, and United take the lead. 7 minutes played at Rodney Parade. It's Newport County 0, Manchester United 1. We are back underway, and United already have the ball back after Newport go long down the right-hand side, so United can go down the right-hand side themselves. Anthony in his pink boots plays the ball back towards the centre circle, where Casemiro turns and passes backwards to Lisandro Martinez, the World Cup winner, playing in South Wales today. Martinez again inside his own half. He's got Shaw for company. Does go short to Luke Shaw with a little outside the foot pass from Luke Shaw, returning back into the United side, back to the goalkeeper. And he plays it to Varane and Delo and Casemiro, who plays one over the top, asking questions. That Newport defended that really well, though, headed it back towards the halfway line. United got there again, and then Newport managed to pitch possession back. It's a good ball forward as well into Will Evans. He was brought down by Luke Shaw. The crowd clearly think that was a free kick. Nothing given by the referee. So Bruno Fernandes will advance forward down the left for Manchester United, about halfway inside the Newport half, and that's a misjudged pass by Alejandro Garnacho, who took over possession, looking for the run of Luke Shaw, puts it straight out of play for a goal kick, which Nick Townsend will be very, very grateful for.
It's interesting to see Manchester United in possession. They're building with a back three of Varane, Martinez and Shaw, and Dalot is stepping into midfield alongside Casemiro to create the overload in the middle of the park, and they're kind of creating like a box with Dalot and Casemiro at the bottom of it, and Bruno and Mainu just in advance with obviously the three forward players. So an interesting way that Manchester United have set up against this 3-5-2 that Newport are playing.
Newport go long with the goal kick. Townsend looking down the right hand side and looking for the run of Shane McLaughlin, challenged in the air, and it does go out for a Newport County throw-in right in front of the dugouts as Newport attack from left to right today on BBC Radio Manchester. United 1-0 in front, less than 10 minutes played, and Lisandro Martinez there to defend on the left hand side for United, heads it back out of play for another Newport County throw-in, which Shane McLaughlin will take on the Newport right. Tries to look for the run of Evans, the star striker for Newport County, but United got it back, and as they came forward, Garnacho was caught really late. The referee played advantage. He looks hurt, but United will continue forward with Delo. It's a really good challenge on Delo, and Newport have got the ball back. They try and play one in behind, but Rafael Varane is wise to it. Gets there first, goes back to the goalkeeper. Needs to be careful, Bayern. Close down quickly, but United do keep possession. And Sandro Martinez barks back at his number one there, clearly not happy at that pass delivered to the centre-back. Loose pass from United at the back here as Luke Shaw chases to keep it in play. Good little 1-2 between Kobbie Mainoo and Garnacho on the left now. Garnacho, ball at his feet, along the ground to Mainoo. Into the box now, Manchester United. It's Kobbie Mainoo, clips one just outside the box to Bruno Fernandes. Ball's bouncing. Diogo Dalot takes over. Plenty of space for Anthony. He clears the crossbar, and he just cannot get that goal this season. 10 minutes played. It's Newport 0, Manchester United 1.
Really good play again from Manchester United, the way they worked the ball up the pitch. Some lovely movement in forward areas with Garnacho, Højlund, Anthony. Kobbie Mainoo as well, showing maturity well beyond his years, the way he takes the ball down and bursts forward with it. Really, really good, well-worked move, which worked its way to Anthony, as you say, inside the 18-yard box. He got it out of his feet with his left foot and just unfortunately couldn't hit the target.
Yeah, Kobbie Mainoo, just 18 years old, but plays with such maturity.
He really does.
As Alex says there, from Stockport, really stamped a place in this Manchester United 11. It's a poor goal kick taken from Nick Townsend, puts it out of play for a throw-in on the left-hand side for Manchester United. And United in no rush to go and grab the ball. You're surprised the referee didn't go back to have a word with the defender there for the foul on Alejandro Garnacho. It did look late, Alex.
It was a little bit late, but it was a bouncing ball and his foot was up. It looked like he did catch Garnacho. I just don't think what does him any favours is the 40,000 somersaults that he does afterwards and rolls around screaming his head off. So that's probably what the referees looked at and thought, nah, you're not having this one, pal.
Maybe unsurprising to some. Garnacho back on his feet and looks absolutely fine, despite the 40,000 somersaults. Newport County.
That was an exaggeration, but
Newport County goalkeeper with the ball in his hands now, Nick Townsend. He'll go long up the field looking for Evans. 18 goals this season. Will Evans for Newport County. Certainly a threat if he can get some space today. United in possession in the centre circle now though with Anthony. Shifts it to the right hand side. Delo halfway inside the Newport half. Delo keeps advancing forward. Couple of step overs into the box on the right hand side. Lays it off to Kobbie Mainoo and he scores his first Manchester United goal. The 18-year-old with a luscious finish in the bottom left hand corner. Manchester United make it 2-0 and surely against League 2 opposition should have no problems from here.
It's the start Manchester United have dreamt of, isn't it? I mean, they've started the game really, really well. And another really, really well-worked goal again, breaking down the right-hand side. This time it's Dalot, works his way into that attacking area on the right-hand side of Newport's box. He cuts it back, and there's Mainoo to sweep it in with his right foot into the far left-hand corner. A fantastic finish from the young lad. First goal for Manchester United, and I'm sure it's the first of many.
To steal a phrase once used to describe another Manchester United teenager from the past, Kobbie Mainoo, remember the name. He's been fantastic this season, and he has just got his first Manchester United goal here in the FA Cup fourth round. It's Newport County 0, Manchester United 2. As Newport keep up this intensity, but Luke Shaw showing good strength on the left-hand side, right towards the side of the pitch. Can't keep it in play, so McLaughlin will get there for the Newport County throw-in. A lot of action in this game so far has been down the left-hand side for Manchester United. Every time Newport have come forward, it's been down this side. United have had no threat so far, but here come Newport again down their right-hand side. It's a attempted ball in by McLaughlin, the right wing-back today, that Casemiro is savvy to, sliding into block. And Newport County get their first corner of the game 14 minutes in.
Casemiro there just showing exactly what he's all about, a proper leader. Breaking the energy levels there to burst back and try and nullify the threat of Newport down this right hand side. He dives and gives the corner to Newport, but a great challenge. Exactly what you want from your holding midfield player, covering for defenders, covering the ground well. in the left back area that Luke Shaw had exposed.
Adam Lewis to take this corner for Newport into the near post. Fernandez is there to head away as Newport County get possession back themselves. They go long. McLaughlin back towards the Manchester United box. Bit of a mess there as Diogo Dalot's header doesn't quite go the intended direction, but in the end United's defence deals with it, clears it long up the pitch, but headed back into the Manchester United half, and Evans will keep possession really well for Newport County. And now their first real spell of possession. They played her alongside their back three today for Newport County, and now they have it back on the left hand side. It's a ball towards a central position which Harry Charlesley will control really well. It's Adam Lewis now on loan from Liverpool. Clipped ball into the middle. It asked questions, but Bayandere was there to catch gratefully. And it is still 2-0 to Manchester United on BBC Radio Manchester. United just give it away relatively foolishly there inside their own half. And Bruno Fernandes brought down. The referee wanted to play advantage. Eventually makes his mind up and does play advantage. But Anthony loses possession, so Newport can get it back. This time on their left-hand side. It is Evans in possession. He's been everywhere for Newport this season, the star striker for the Exiles. And he will go backwards on the left-hand side and keep possession for Newport County. They've got it inside their own half. It's a good attempt, that, the ball to the feet of Harry Charlesley. It just beat him in the end, and United's defence have been able to deal with it, and they've been able to deal with the Newport press that came as well. They played round it really well, really easily, and Luke Shaw just lifted the ball to the right-hand side. Diogo Dalot with a lovely mid-air back heel volley back to the goalkeeper, Altay Bayandere. Rafael Varane slings the ball to the left-hand side, and Luke Shaw will pass calmly to Lisandro Martinez. It is Newport County 0, Manchester United 2 on BBC Radio Manchester. And here's Garnacho in a bit of space. Good pass from Luke Shaw to find him. Garnacho advancing into the box. It's still Garnacho. Garnacho, the shot blocked. And it just trickles out to the right-hand side towards the byline, where Anthony will keep possession for United. Anthony shifts the ball backwards, tries a little 1-2 with Diogo Dalot, who eventually gives the ball away, and Shane McLaughlin will try and advance forward for Newport, but Anthony in there with a good challenge, the Brazilian, to get it back for United. They switch to play United. Luke Shaw into Garnacho on the left-hand side, just outside the box. A curling ball in. He's headed away only as far as Casemiro, who plays a short pass to his left. Bruno Fernandes keeping the ball in Newport County's half, and then decides to give the ball back to the goalkeeper, Altay Bayandere. Has seen plenty of the ball at his feet so far today. We know it's a trait that Erik ten Hag wants in his goalkeeper. It's why Onana was brought in the first place. Maybe not all gone to plan for Andre Onana so far, and maybe today an opportunity for Bayandere to show what he can do. It's a good pass again from Bayandere into Lisandro Martinez, the press-resistant defender who spins his man. Lovely ball over the top. Garnacho controls. Garnacho hits the top bar for Manchester United. Big chance for 3-0, 18 minutes in. It's dominant for the Reds.
I'll tell you something, guys. Newport need to be careful because they're getting carved up here. Every time Manchester United go forward, they look like they're going to score. They're throwing a lot of bodies forward, Newport, obviously trying to get back in the game, but they're leaving big, wide open spaces, especially down the sides of that back three. And Garnacho and Anthony are having a field day at the moment because they keep finding the ball out to them. And every time, as I say, every time they go forward, they look like they're going to score. A fantastic start to this game from Manchester United. But Newport need to be careful because it could end up a cricket score if it carries on the way it is.
We know the Newport manager Graham Coughlan, an Irishman and a boyhood Manchester United fan. He's set up today, certainly not conservative, and certainly tried to get the ball forward. Some would say commendable, some would say foolish against Premier League opposition, as United clipped the ball down the left-hand side after the goal kick went straight to Luke Shaw. The ball through in the end all the way to the Newport County goalkeeper Nick Townsend. Once again, goes long down the right. Luke Shaw with his hands on the back of Will Evans. Did bring him to ground, but once again the referee, for the second time in this game, thinks the Newport forward went down a little bit too easily. So Shaw can switch the play to the right-hand side to Dalot into Anthony. Anthony lays it off to Kobe Minu, who got his first goal in senior football just moments ago. A lovely finish into the bottom left-hand corner. As United keep possession, they go backwards down the right-hand side to Varane, to Martinez, to Shaw. Outside the foot pass from Luke Shaw, back to the right-hand side to Rafael Varane. In pink boots for Manchester United today. I don't think I can see any Newport players in pink boots today, and I think I can see about 4 United players in them. Ball over the top down the right from Manchester United there. Just can't find a run of Anthony. I don't think he was quite savvy to that ball over the top, and Newport County will again come up with possession. I spoke about the Newport's manager and the way he's set up today, Alex. You mentioned they need to be careful, but is it commendable that they've come here to try and give Manchester United a game, even though they are 2-0 down?
It is a little bit, but...
Well, it could be a chance here. Newport try and headed in behind. Martinez had to get there before Evans and did. And then the ball over the top was... Well, it reached... it hit a Manchester United defender and almost rolled out for a corner kick, but Martinez there.
It is commendable, yeah, but I think sometimes you need to respect the players you're playing against as well. They're leaving too many bodies forward at the minute and not enough at the back. And Manchester United have exposed that massively in the first 20 minutes or so. So whether he changes his shape, Graham, we'll have to wait and see. But I'm just worried about the space down the sides that Manchester United are exposing at the minute, and fullbacks are getting a lot of time on the ball as well.
We're about to see a classic League Two long throw now. Adam Lewis, the man playing at left wing back for Newport County, will throw it right into the 6-yard box for Newport County, but there to head away. And now United can break with Garnacho. Can he keep the ball in play? He's stopped by Adam Lewis, the man on loan from Liverpool, but he can't stop it going out of play for a Manchester United throw in. The crowd appreciates that challenge though on what is a very tricky player who's already caused problems today for Newport, Alejandro Garnacho.
Casemiro showing again what he brings to the team. Long throw from Lewis, the Liverpool, obviously low knee here. Hurls one into the box and Casemiro rises to head it away.
Oh, Luke Shaw, it's a poor pass from him. He's given it right away in the centre circle, and Casemiro comes barging in. It was Seb Palmer Holden who was brought down to the ground. He scored the winner against Wrexham recently for Newport, and he's earned his team a free kick here in a pretty much precisely central position, halfway inside the Manchester United half. Maybe another chance for Newport County to get the ball into the Manchester United box. They've not had too many opportunities at it today, but they certainly have been pressing and have been trying to get the ball forward. 22 minutes in here on BBC Radio Manchester. We're live at Rodney Parade on 95.1 FM, DAB Radio and BBC Sounds. It's Newport 0, United 2. The free kick comes into the box, left-hand side. Luke Shaw heads it out of play for a Newport throw-in on the far side. United in total control of this FA Cup 4th round tie so far. Newport been here at Rodney Parade since 2012. 7,800 capacity stadium. Few more today with the temporary stand, and they lift one again into the United box, but Luke Shaw is there to clear away, and maybe an opportunity to break again for Bruno Fernandes, who plays a long ball down the left to Alejandro Garnacho, who thought he could reach it before it rolled out to play for a throw-in. In the end, does just let it roll out. A reminder, the winner of this tie will face either Bristol City or Nottingham Forest away in the 5th round. It was 12 home draws in a row for Manchester United in all competitions before the Wigan game in the last round, which of course Manchester United did win. And now 3 away trips on the bounce for United. Ashton Gate or the City Ground awaits Erik ten Hag's side. Newport with possession on the right hand side in front of the dugout. It's an attempted through ball along the ground, looking for the run of Evans. Luke Shaw intercepts, puts it out of play for a Newport throw in them. Shane McLaughlin again, the man who's going to take it. He does go long forward with the throw in, a positive move, and Casemiro's head can only reach a Newport County player. They keep possession again. McLaughlin on the right hand side, a left-footed ball into the middle. It's a good ball into the middle. Evans is waiting, turns, strikes. Another strike from Evans following the deflection by Andir. Catches, saves really well, doesn't let it spill, and he keeps that all-important 0. United still 2 up with 24 minutes on the clock.
That'll do Bandir no harm as well. First shot at goal from Newport. Works his way into the box, and Will Evans, who's actually started the game okay for Newport, he's looked their biggest threat anyway. Gets his left-footed shot, but it's straight down the barrel of Bayandere, who'll deals with it comfortably.
Oh, and there we are again. Newport trying the press on the Manchester United defence as they try and build up from the back, but United able to play their way out of it. They've not really been caused too many problems by this high press of Newport. Maybe here, though, as Bruno Fernandes plays a risky pass to Lisandro Martinez, but Martinez calm and composed in possession just outside his own box. Passes it down the left-hand side, looking for Luke Shaw. And now it's Casemiro, right on the centre circle. Lofted ball down the right-hand side to Anthony. He'll keep the ball in play. I'm not sure who he was looking for with that pass, but Anthony rolls it out of play for a goal kick. I think maybe expecting the run of Bruno Fernandes.
Yeah, poor bit of play there from Anthony. But we touched on what Newport are trying to do. They're trying to press Manchester United high up the pitch. But United have just been simply too good for them with their build-up. The way they work the ball and get out and beat the press every time. It takes 3 or 4 Newport players out of the game every time they do it, and United are on the counter-attack. And that's what Newport have really struggled with so far in the opening period of this game.
Manchester United have been successful against non-Premier League teams in the Cup. 49 of their past 51 FA Cup ties against teams outside the top flight they have won, failing only in 2009 against Leeds United and 2021 against Middlesbrough. Martinez in possession for United now, just outside of his own box. Diogo Dalot, the right back, will play a ball forward into the run of Rafael Varane. Plays it forward, looking for Anthony. He's trying to find the run of Rasmus Højlund. It's a good sliding challenge in the end from the captain, Ryan Delaney, for Newport County, and puts it out to play for a Manchester United throw-in on the right-hand side, just over halfway inside the Newport County half. It's 26 minutes played here in South Wales. Manchester United very much in control against lower league opposition. It's Newport County 0, Manchester United 2. Martinez in possession inside his own half. The press comes again from Evans, but Martinez will calmly pass back to the goalkeeper, Bayandere. Rafael Varane then finds the space, Diogo Dalot. Nice 1-2 between him and Bruno Fernandes, and Diogo Dalot correctly calls to the referee, thinking he was dragged back, and Manchester United get a free kick right towards that right-hand side. Bruno Fernandes, I think, who's going to take this, whether United want to put one in the box, similar to how Newport County have attempted to take their set pieces today. It is Fernandes who does try and put one in the box, but just hits a Newport County player straight in front of him. Ricochets back to Bruno Fernandes, who heads it to the feet of Diogo Dalot, who goes back to Rafael Varane. Dalot is pressed, passes it backwards to Luke Shaw. Pass back to the feet on the left-hand side. Casemiro, back to Luke Shaw. Full-time as well in the rugby, in the Premiership. Gloucester 32, Sale 20. We'll be able to have your say on this game, on Manchester United women and Manchester City women's wins today, and the Gallagher Premiership after this game on BBC Radio Manchester. 0800 218 2255 will be the number you need, as United now have the ball at the feet of Casemiro. Lobbed pass down the right-hand side. It's a right-footed ball into the middle, which does find its way to Garnacho at the far post. Garnacho across goal. Oh, Anthony blocks it. It comes back to Anthony. I think he didn't know much about it second time round, just hit his face. Nick Townsend was scrambling while on the ground, does manage to save in the end. It remains 2-0.
He just can't get that goal, can he, Garnacho? It was a lovely ball from Garnacho on the left-hand side, and it works its way to Anthony, who's got a side-footed finish, and he's just hit the Newport defender, and it ricochets back to the goalkeeper. But a glorious opportunity for him to score there.
Oh, Newport coming forward there. A bit of a mistake at the back for United, as Lisandro Martinez manages to clear up the danger, and Rafael Varane heads one in the air. Big chance there for Anthony. Good defending and a good block. Bruno Fernandes looks over his shoulder, finds the run of Garnacho. United on the break. Garnacho using his pace on the left. Garnacho lays it off again to Anthony. He just can't keep possession. Newport back, defending well, and Townsend will clear long the goalkeeper. Dalot there to win the header though. as Kobe Mainu will fight and battle to win the ball inside the Newport County half. He can't keep the ball in play though, and Newport get a throw in on that left hand side. What a chance that was for Anthony.
He's had 2 good chances now, hasn't he? But Garnaccio's the one, isn't he? He's given, unfortunately for Shane McLaughlin there, the Newport right wing back, he's given him a torrid time so far in this opening half an hour. He's the outball for Manchester United. Just keep getting the ball to him. He's causing them all kinds of problems.
2-0 United lead at Rodney Parade. First ever competitive meeting between these two. As Newport County try and hook one over the top down the left-hand side. Delo's there to calmly head it back to Altay Bayındır on his Manchester United debut. Newport County, a team with real history, European history. Reached the European Cup Winners' Cup quarter-final in the 79-80 season. Unfortunately, just 9 years later, financial issues meant the club sadly went out of business. Reformed and back in the Football League in 2013, though, as Garnacho tries a couple of step-overs on the left-hand side there. Can't keep the ball at his feet. Newport clear away, but United get it back. It's Delo. Coming forward for United now is Anthony, just outside the box. Anthony, great save from Townsend. It was at his near post, but it was high into the top right-hand corner, and the Newport County goalkeeper had to get behind it. It'll be a United corner.
Graham Coughlin there's shouting on to his defender to stop him cutting inside on his left foot. But the 2 Manchester United wingers, as I say, are causing Newport all kinds of problems. United are playing really well. They're just too good for them at the minute, aren't they? Every time they go forward, they look like they're going to score. Erik ten Hag will be really pleased with how they've done so far.
I have to say as well, it is a big opportunity for players maybe low on confidence after what has been an underwhelming season for United to get a goal. Anthony being the main one as Luke Shaw plays the corner into the far post. The Newport defender missed it, and it rolls its way all the way through to Bruno Fernandes. Now here is Anthony, lines up the strike, it's blocked, and will it roll out for a corner? Yes, it will. A Manchester United corner now on the right hand side, but as I was saying, Alex, a big chance for some of these players who have maybe struggled this season just to get that confidence up a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely, and they're playing full of confidence at the minute. Obviously getting 2 early goals in the game, you can see they're full of confidence the way they're knocking the ball around, and they're playing some lovely stuff, I have to say.
Be a Manchester United corner from the right hand side this time, so it's Bruno Fernandes rather than Luke Shaw to take it in front of that temporary stand behind the goal. Means a few extra have managed to pack in here to Rodney Parade, not just for the visit of Manchester United, but also a big Welsh derby against Wrexham. Newport were the winners in that one after a first half red card for the Hollywood boys. Bruno Fernandes just been delayed in taking this corner as the referee has a word with a couple of players in the box there. Just try and see which players they are. I think it's Rafael Varane and possibly Scott Bennett, Newport County defender. Bit of shoving going on in the box, but Fernandes does take it into the near post. It's headed away and then cleared away eventually by a Newport player. Garnacho protests to the referee that he was caught as Newport tried to get that ball back following the corner. He's still got his arms out wide, Alejandro Garnacho, with that bleached blonde hair, and he's not getting anything again.
I was going to say that before, Gaz. They've not done us any favours, Garnacho and Anthony, who are having the same haircut. I think they've been to the same barber, haven't they? Bright bleached blonde hair, the pair of them. It's difficult to pick the two at the minute.
I wonder if they got it done together. Newport get us back underway with a throw-in just inside their own half. It's headed back out of play by Casemiro, so another throw-in for Newport County, this time in front of the manager Graham Coughlin. And they will go long down the right-hand side. Plenty of physical battles going on when the ball's in the air. Martinez is able to win that one, though, and heads it out of play. Good little tussle between him and Seb Palmer Holden. But Newport County get a throw-in, and once again you will think we're going to see Lewis dry the ball off with his shirt and go for that long throw-in.
Here it comes. It's obviously a set piece that they've worked on, this big long throw from Evans. Can Casemiro head it away exactly like he did the previous one?
Lewis does take the long throw in towards the near post. It is met by a Newport County forward, caught easily in the end by Altay Bayındır. It was Ryan Delaney, the defender, who had come forward for it. Got his head underneath it, did everything he could, but Bayındır fully behind it and catches well for Manchester United. Now it's Varane. Ball into the chest of Kobe Mainoo on the right-hand side. Anthony tries to keep the ball in play. Does play a backwards pass to Diogo Dalot, who flings one forward in the air down the right-hand side. Casemiro can't keep possession for United, though it bounced off his chest. Newport cleared it back down Manchester United's right-hand side, but United nick possession back into the feet of Anthony. Tries a little fake turn and is caught out in possession. He'll go out for a Manchester United throw-in on the right. It is Lisandro Martinez in possession. BBC Radio Manchester, FA Cup 4th round. United 2 goals up here. Attempted ball in behind from Fernandes, looking for Garnacho, but once again the referee's flag is up, the linesman's flag is up, should I say. It's offside, but once again Alejandro Garnacho getting in behind, causing all sorts of problems for Newport.
They keep making them runs, don't they, the wide men? It's the first time he's been caught offside. The previous attacks, they've obviously got the timing of the runs perfect, but that was the first time he's just strayed offside. But again, by making them runs, they keep asking questions of the Newport backline, who are being very brave. They're holding a high line against Manchester United, which is obviously causing them problems for the opening period of this game, and they keep doing it.
They again go long, Newport. It's a shot from distance, deflected, and Newport County score a stunner. It's Bryn Morris, the centre midfielder, from all of about 30 yards out. Took a huge deflection, but lands in the bottom left-hand corner. It's a big shock, but Newport County have one back.
Wow.
It's Newport County 1, Manchester United 2.
Wow, where did that come from? Manchester United in total control of this game. Long ball up the pitch. It's not cleared properly by Manchester United. It bounces down, as you say, to Bryn Evans, probably 30 yards out from goal. He chests it down and hits it on the half volley. Takes a little deflection, but a great strike, and it ends up nestling in the bottom right-hand corner of the Manchester United goal. Bayindir, absolutely no chance.
Turned into, I know it took a deflection, but it couldn't get more in the bottom left-hand corner than that. Certainly not the goalkeeper at fault there, but Manchester United, who were in total control of this game in South Wales, now asked a big question. They're only a goal up. It's 2-1. Around 8 minutes away from half-time, and once again, Newport in there in the United half to get the ball back. Morris can turn, play a good pass to Evans. He's allowed to turn in possession as well. Garnacho gets back and wins it back for United. It's a pass forward to the feet of Hoyland. Right-footed pass now from the Dane. Here's Anthony on the right-hand side for United, looking to silence the crowd again. Hoyland, right-footed, clipped ball into the middle. Fernandes almost looked like he was there to meet it after it sailed over the intended target, but Newport can clear away and put it out of play, and I think it's been given Newport's way, this throw-in. In fact, Luke Shaw's still unaware of it. It will be a Newport County throw-in. Must have took a nick off a United forward on its way out. And just listen to Rodney Parade now. This extended attendance and an extended atmosphere. They've just seen their team beat their Welsh rivals Wrexham, and what a big moment as well for the Exiles, as Bryn Morris scores a goal against Manchester United. They are still a goal down, but a big moment.
Exactly what Newport needed, wasn't it? It's given the whole place a lift.
The noise was sensational as Anthony comes forward down the right. Pass into the feet of Hoyland, tries to lay it off to Bruno Fernandes just outside the Newport box, but cleared away eventually. Varane took over and passed it to the feet of Diogo Dalot. Here is Dalot, left-hand side, right-hand side, should I say. Tries to get round his man and wants a bit of support from Kobe Mainoo. Newport get it back and try and clear it forward down the left, and Mainoo's there to block. So Newport County throw-in deep inside their own half. Incredible moment for the Exiles just a few moments ago. They are a goal down here against Manchester United. But what was a pretty sensational goal in the end. Bryn Morris took it on from distance. It's the right-hand side of the D, around 30 yards out. It took a big deflection, and then gratefully for this crowd anyway, landed in the bottom left-hand corner of Altay Bayindir's goal. So United That's the big question in this game against League 2 opposition. Luke Shaw on the left now, and Alejandro Garnacho comes back, plays it back to Martinez. He gives it to Casemiro, who goes all the way back to the goalkeeper Bayandir, who does not get his debut clean sheet, the new Manchester United number 1. Ball over the top, looking for the run of Mainu. He'll get there as well before the goalkeeper, but luckily for Newport, the captain Ryan Delaney was back there, and they can clear it forward themselves, looking for more problems that they can cause for Manchester United. Here is the goal scorer, Bryn Morris now. Great pass down the right-hand side. Plenty of space for McLaughlin. He's in the box for Newport County. Plenty of defenders back for Manchester United. It's Garnacho who's closed him down. He's forced to go backwards into Scott Bennett. Right by the corner flag now, the defender. Good ball down into the near post. Lovely fake from Evans there. But no run behind him, and United can clear away. They do clear it long, Manchester United, and Newport get the ball back once again with Ryan Delaney. Goes long. They win the first header. Big chance potentially opening up here for Newport County. Big scream of handball, and Newport now have a free kick in a dangerous position. Right-hand side of the box. They've got to get it into the 6-yard box or cause serious problems here, Alex.
Well, Newport have arrived to the game, haven't they? I mean, since that goal, let's give them a massive lift. Let's give the crowd a lift. They're on the front foot all of a sudden. They're winning their duels. They're taking the game to Manchester United for the first time in the match. United was so comfortable, but obviously goals change games, and that's certainly been the case for the last couple of minutes. Since Newport have scored the goal, they're making it a real cup tie.
Stood over the ball is Shane McLaughlin. After receiving a few instructions from Aaron Wildig, it looks like it's going to be a ball straight into the United box. It's a really dangerous position. Can he lift the roof off Rodney Parade? Shot from distance as it's rolled out outside the box, but Manchester United behind it, and they can get possession back. Casemiro with a lovely clearance forward into Anthony, controls it well. Anthony forced to go backwards in possession though to Rasmus Højlund, who we've not seen much of today for Manchester United. Their 2 goals coming from the captain Bruno Fernandes, and a first senior goal for Kobe Mainu. As United now have possession inside their own half. They go down the left-hand side to Luke Shaw, to Garnacho, towards the edge of the pitch now as United take their time in possession. Lisandro Martinez back in the United starting 11. Music to the ears of United fans, no doubt, but the Argentine, as well as his defensive compatriots, can't get a clean sheet today, thanks to Bryn Morris. His deflected effort put Newport back in with a shout in this game. It's an FA Cup 4th round tie on BBC Radio Manchester. We've seen 3 goals already. It's United 2, Newport 1. United forward now, just outside the box. Bruno Fernandes. Luke Shaw turns on the ball. Luke Shaw, good challenge from Evans, who's been everywhere for Newport County today. United win it back. Little pass from Bruno Fernandes, looking for the run of Garnacho. Doesn't find him. And as Newport try and get away, there is a foul inside the Newport half from Casemiro returning from injury. And Newport County can breathe a little bit and get themselves a free kick. Just listen to Rodney Parade now. This is fantastic, isn't it, Alex?
Yeah, the whole place has erupted since the goals obviously went in, like I said before. But Manchester United just need to get back on the ball again. Move it quickly, as they did do for the first half an hour in this game. Kill Newport by keeping the ball off them. Try and quieten the crowd by staying on the ball and not making any mistakes, basically. And just getting through to half-time, regrouping. That's probably the best way to go about it in the last 5 or 6 minutes of this first half.
They go long down the right-hand side, Newport County. Evans is claiming that it took a touch off a United player as it rolled out of play. Appealing for the corner, won't get it. Altai Bayandir will be there to take the goal kick.
It's a great strike though, Gaz, wasn't it? From Bryn Morris. Came from nowhere. Hell of a goal.
How much did the deflection influence the goal?
I think there was a big deflection on it, but he struck it lovely, didn't he? I think, did it come off Casemiro? I think it might have done. But yeah, the deflection obviously gave Bayandir no chance because it went in off the post.
Bayandir goes long with his clearance, looking for the run of Rasmus Højlund. But United can't keep possession themselves. Newport County have stepped in and nicked it back. And now they'll go down the right-hand side with a long ball looking for the run of Evans. It's headed back towards the edge of the pitch. Looked like it was going out for a Newport County throw-in, but Luke Shaw, a lovely bit of skill just to control the ball and keep it in play as United try and go forward. Newport nick it back in the centre of the pitch. It is Morris now again in possession. Casemiro reads that pass really well. Kobe Mainu into Hoyland. He's closed down well, Hoyland. And now it's Garnacho with a little bit of space. Not offside. Bruno Fernandes with a left-footed ball into the far post. Beats everyone in the middle and harmlessly out of play for a throw-in on the far side.
Good opportunity for Manchester United breaking down the left-hand side. It was Bruno Fernandes this time, set away by Hoyland, who hold the ball up well, sweeps it down the left-hand channel for him to run onto it. When he gets in the area though, he puts too much on it and puts it straight out of the other side of the pitch for a Newport throw-in over the far side.
2 minutes added on at the end of this first half then that Manchester United have been in control of at 2-0 up. You thought it was only going to get worse for the hosts here in South Wales, and then a stunning effort, even if it did take a deflection from Bryn Morris, brought them back into it, and this crowd erupted. United have it again on the left-hand side in the box. Luke Shaw's cross along the ground, really well defended and put out a play for a Manchester United throw-in on this left-hand side, right towards the corner flag. Do Manchester United have one more in them, which you would think would deflate Newport County in this game after that goal gave them a new lease of life. What a moment for Newport County. Shaw down the left, Garnacho by the byline, tries to play it back to Bruno Fernandes. The cutback doesn't work, and Newport will put it out of play for another United throw-in. They're still 2-1 up, Manchester United.
That's where Manchester United are going to have joy. That's where the two goals have coming from. This creating this overload in a wide area with Luke Shaw and Garnacho on this left-hand side, Dallo and Anthony on the right-hand side. They keep working the ball lovely out to them players, but in fair to Newport, they've nullified that threat by putting more bodies in the box, and they've cleared the last couple of opportunities where United have worked it into a good area.
Moments away from half-time here then. United 2-1 up against the exiles Newport County. Never faced each other, these two sides, in the competitive game. Maybe United have one last late flourish in this first half. Anthony, good pass into the feet of Dalot. Fernandes, good save, and Newport can clear away. There goes the half-time whistle. Big chance at the end of the first half for Bruno Fernandes to score United's third. But just listen to this crowd here today at Rodney Parade. They're incredibly appreciative of what they've seen from their side in this first half. United have majoritively been in control of the game when 1-0 up after 7 minutes from the captain Bruno Fernandes. Just 6 minutes later, Kobe Mainu there to slot home in the bottom left-hand corner and score his first Manchester United goal. His first goal in senior football, in fact, for the 18-year-old from Stockport. United continued to cause problems down the wing throughout the first half. And then what felt like out of nowhere, Bryn Morris with an absolute stunner. He did take a deflection, but the spinning ball just landed in the bottom left-hand corner of Altai Bayindir's goal. Nothing he could do about it. And half-time in South Wales in the FA Cup fourth round. It's Newport County 1, Manchester United 2.
Well, Alex, we covered a lot of bases in the build-up, both, talking to Nathan and yourselves about the possibilities of this game, the pressure, the atmosphere, but also expecting, a top draw performance from, 11 top quality Reds representing Manchester United. Are you surprised 2-1 scoreline at half-time?
Yes, I am, Stace, because I have to tell you, the way Manchester United started the game for the first 20-25 minutes, I was actually worried for Newport. I thought this could be a real hammering the way Man United were going about their business. Every time they looked like they were going to go forward, they looked like they were going to score. Newport looked like they were lacking ideas. They looked like they'd been sucker punched, really, and the whole atmosphere around the ground, it was totally flat. And United were just having attack after attack, and you worried for them. And then from nowhere, just comes that Bryn Morris goal, and it's just changed the whole cup tie. The crowd are up all of a sudden. It was a lovely goal from them, in fairness. It was a great strike from 25-30 yards out, and it's reignited the cup tie. It's as simple as that.
Is that what it's down to then? Because as you rightly say, I've got the benefit of having the game on the screen here in the studio. United clearly playing really free-flowing, fluid, attacking football. Nathan Blake, who joined us as part of the build-up, former Wales and Bolton forward, said one of the areas United could exploit is round the back, particularly in wide positions, because they lack pace at the back, Newport, which is certainly something they've done.
Yep.
Yet the second half of the first half, not so much. Can it just be down to the fact that Newport got that goal and built some confidence and momentum?
Yeah, absolutely. I think goals change games, and obviously they've taken a bit of confidence from getting the goal back. Obviously the crowd have got behind them to make it difficult for United for the last 15 minutes. But I think sometimes when you can go 2-0 up in a game and you're totally dominating, you can stop doing the things that you've given that foothold in the game. You stop moving the ball as quickly as how they started the game. That's what Manchester United did. They were electric with getting the ball out quickly to Garnacho in particular and Anthony, and they were causing Newport all kinds of problems. But then obviously the goal came, and it's given Newport that little bit of a lift, and it's not been as easy for Manchester United in the last 15 minutes of that first half as it was for the opening half an hour.
Well, I'm going to get to the texts and tweets in just a minute, Alex, but in the build-up we talked about those returning players on the way back from injury: Casemiro, Shaw, Martinez, and also debutant in between the sticks in Bayern. How do you think he's done, and what does it look like for the returning players? Do you think they've slotted in, or do they look a bit off the pace? What's your view of the three returning players and the debutant keeper?
I don't think they've looked off the pace. If anything, I think they've played well. I think on the whole, Manchester United have played well. Bayern didn't have any chance whatsoever with the goal. It was a great strike, and it took a bit of a deflection as well. He's looked good with his feet, the goalkeeper. As I say, Man United looked like they were totally in control. Casemiro was marshalling it just in front of the back four. Martinez didn't really have a lot to do, and he just seemed comfortable. But obviously that goal's just come from nowhere, and it's just gave Newport a lift. I think the half-time whistle's come at a good time for Manchester United. They can regroup, and the one thing that they're going to have to do is start the second half exactly the way they started the first.
Well, onto the texts and tweets now, Alex, and a bit of criticism of Anthony here from Henry. He says, every time Anthony gets the ball, our attacks break down. He sticks out like a sore thumb. And one from Young, who adds to that, saying Ten Hag better bring on Ahmad in place of Anthony in the second half. Is it fair, this criticism of Anthony?
Well, it's the easy one, because he's had some good opportunities to get a shot off at goal and work the goalkeeper, and unfortunately it hasn't quite come off for him. So yeah, I can understand why he's getting criticised, and I think the fact coming into the game where he hasn't scored any goals this season, and obviously when he doesn't score and he doesn't take the opportunities that come in front of him in a game like this when United are totally dominating, you can understand why he gets criticised.
He did get his assists today though, Stace, yeah. So that's his first goal involvement all season, so £80 million well spent.
Well, these couple here are critical of the actual the sort of play and certainly the end product, Alex, from Fred, who says wingers don't know how to service their striker, and that's a big problem. And Tom says typical United play, brilliant in the first 20 minutes, missed a few great chances, then passed the ball around with no intent.
Well, that's the story of the first half. The opening 20 odd minutes, they passed the ball around really well. Newport were brave. They've tried to press Manchester United from the front, but United just kept showing that composure, especially at the back, to beat the press and set the wide men away, in particular Garnacho. They've scored two lovely goals. Mainoo's was a great goal as well as Bruno Fernandes is the first one, and you just expect them to keep going and keep the pressure on that gas, and unfortunately from a Manchester United point of view, for the last 15 minutes of the first half they just took the foot off the pedal, obviously, which was capitalised on by Newport getting back into the game.
Couple more here. Ollie says this game illustrates why Manchester United are where they are. Talent in the side, but Garnacho and Anthony need to focus on an end product. Anthony nowhere near an £85 million player. Varane, Martinez, Casemiro and Fernandes should be the spine of a good team.
Yeah, and I think they have been. I think Bruno, Casemiro, Varane, Martinez, they haven't put a foot wrong really, I have to say. They've looked calm, they've looked composed, they've looked good on the ball. Dallow stepping into midfield as well has looked good at times, getting on the ball in the middle of the park. And listen, I expect Manchester United to have more chances in the second half, and as I say, if they regroup for this 15 minutes of half time, come out and approach the game in the right manner, I fully expect them to get more goals in this game.
And finally, one from Fran here, Alex. Fran says, we really should have sealed this game by 4 or 5. Bit of complacency, and we're only 2-1 up at half time to this Newport side. The boys need to be professional and get this done second half. That's something that you mentioned in the build-up, that they did well against Wigan last time in this competition, and that you know, sort of reinforced that they need to do today. Professionalism. What are you expecting from Manchester United, and what do you want to see them do in terms of that in the second half?
I want to see them move the ball quickly like they did in the opening half an hour. I want them to come out and approach to get the second half in the right way, take it to Newport. The last thing that Manchester United want to do is start going slow, sloppy, falling back into a shape and inviting pressure from this Newport team. That's the last thing that Manchester United would want. So I'm sure Erik ten Hag is going to reiterate how well they played at certain moments of that first half. Keep it up, start the second half in the right way, start on the front foot, move the ball quickly, and as I said, I fully expect United to cause them problems if they do that.
Thank you so much, Alex and Gaz. We'll be back with you for the second half of commentary of Newport and Manchester United. Shortly, it's of course Newport 1, Manchester United 2 at this halfway stage. Elsewhere, West Brom 0, Wolves 2, Watford 1, Southampton 1, Liverpool 5, Norwich 2. Those are the final scores in the FA Cup fourth round. So the winner of United and Newport will play Bristol City or Nottingham Forest in the next round. Holders Manchester City have drawn Luton away, and non-league Maidstone United will go to either Sheffield Wednesday or Coventry. The draw in full is available on BBC RM Sport on the social media platform X. In the Women's Super League, it finished Manchester United 2, Aston Villa 1, 2 goals for Nikita Paris for the Reds in that one. Tottenham 0, Manchester City 2. In the Rugby Union's Premiership, Gloucester 32, Sale Sharks 20. In the cricket, India against England first test, Lancashire spinner Tom Hartley took 7 for 62 as England beat India by 28 runs in a thrilling comeback victory in Hyderabad. And in the Australian Open final in the tennis, there was also a remarkable turnaround as Yannick Sinner came back from 2 sets down to beat Daniil Medvedev in the men's Australian Open. It's his first ever Grand Slam title.
Anna Jameson at breakfast.
BBC Radio Manchester.
Famous people that you've seen in obscure places. Now, I think I've told you this before, but my mum was once at Leeds train station and she was rushing in her own world and somebody tripped over her suitcase. She turned around and it was the Hoff.
No,
yes.
I haven't heard this.
She tripped over the Hoff. I said, oh, I'm so sorry. Anyway, they posed for a photo and you were like, yeah, places to be. But anyway, he was very kind and courteous to her.
Anna Jameson at breakfast.
Weekdays from 6.
BBC Radio Manchester. Total Sport.
BBC Radio Manchester.
Second half of your Total Sport commentary on the way in the FA Cup. It's Newport 1, Manchester United 2 at the halfway stage. Now, Manchester City kept up their Women's Super League title chase with a clinical victory over Tottenham to move within 3 points of leaders Chelsea. Khadija Shaw scored her 13th goal of the season as the Blues won 2-0. Total Sport's Mike Minay has been getting the thoughts of defender Alex Greenwood.
Alex, it's another important win that keeps tabs with Chelsea, keeps the title race alive.
Yeah, it is. As always, every week the focus is on us and what we do, putting our performances in. And I think today again we showed we're in such a good place right now. We're confident. We're playing some great football, but we take each game as it comes. And yeah, that's what we're doing right now. I think we're playing some brilliant football.
It didn't seem like you got out of second. You didn't have to get out of second gear today.
I think that's because we're so diligent in what we do. We defend from the front. Our front three players are magic right now. They're on form. Our midfielders do some unbelievable work. Yui sits in front of the back four. Sometimes you don't even notice how good she is. She just goes about her game unbelievably, and then we're really organised at the back and confident, and we're playing some great football build up from the front. Yeah, listen, right now we're really confident in a good place, and we just, like I said, we take each game as it comes.
Alex Greenwood there talking to Mike Minay. So that 2-0 win for the Blues moves them 3 points behind WSL leaders Chelsea. But they're going to be without key player Jill Roord for the remainder of the season. She suffered an ACL rupture in the Cup win over United during the week. Boss Gareth Taylor says it's a huge miss.
Well, there's no getting away from the fact that Jill has been top for us. She came in, and I think we have to feel the credit of allowing her to be herself, and we did that really well. And you have to pay great credit to the players we have here as well that made her feel normal as soon as she possibly could, and we saw great things from her. It's really unfortunate. It is a blow, there's no doubt about that, because you can't replace her. It's as simple as that. But what this group of players have, and we spoke about it this morning, is a real grit and determination to go, do you know what, we're going to do it for Jill. And I thought it was a lovely touch, the first goal, brilliant goal. I mean, even though it was an own goal, we had 30 odd passes before it and forced them into a defensive error, and I thought it was a really nice gesture from the girls to do that.
Yeah, they held a shirt up of Jill Roord after that goal. So Manchester City made easy work of Spurs winning 2-0. They're 3 points behind leaders Chelsea. Manchester United got a much needed win at home over Aston Villa. Nikita Parris struck twice as the Reds held on to win 2-1. Here's boss Mark Skinner on Parris.
Whenever Nikita's not a regular, it's only because of a tactical situation. It's nothing to do with her. I think she's in fantastic form. I think she's in like real alive alertness form in the box. So what you can talk about running, you can talk about form on the ball, but actually she's in the ball's going to drop here. She's almost preempting where the ball's going to be. The header is fantastic from whatever angle you see it. It's the only place Van Damselaar can't get to. And the second one is reading the situation and showing her experience. And she's a key player for us, and she's become a key player based on her performances. And so she'll get more, she'll play more. She's a real key member of our team.
And last one, obviously, still a long way to go. People are writing you out of the title race, but you got your side of responding, and all you can do is win games, I guess.
And all we'll do is keep chasing with the energy of a Manchester United team, with the fans behind us. I think that's a key message, is we're going to keep chasing, and we'll never give up, and then we'll see where we are at the end of the season.
There was another disappointing day for Sale Sharks, who fell to a 32-20 defeat at Gloucester in Rugby Union's Premiership. Robin Gray was watching for Total Sport.
Well, the first half littered with mistakes is what cost Sale Sharks the game at Gloucester. 32-20 it finished, but the tries from Thorley, McGuigan, Ackerman and Atkinson, all in the first period, is what set Alex Sanderson's side to a third straight league defeat in the Premiership. It's not something he's been accustomed to, and it's not something they would have expected, given that just before Christmas they were joint top, and now they're 7th in the Premiership and staring down on a 7-week break for the Six Nations, where no doubt he'll be going back to the drawing board. Full time at Kingsholm, Gloucester 32, Sale Sharks 20.
Total Sport's Robin Gray there. Right, time for your second half commentary here on Total Sport. Newport County and Manchester United, the Reds up 2-1 at this halfway stage. Let's get to Rodney Parade now and your commentary team of former United youth player and current Macclesfield manager Alex Bruce. And first, Gaz Drinkwater.
Thank you, Stace. Yes, Manchester United just coming back out onto the South Wales pitch here. They are a goal to the good at Rodney Parade. Haven't had it all their own way, though. Newport County certainly have gone on the offensive at times in this game and really asked questions of Manchester United, but it was through a long-range effort that they got their goal from. They were 2-0 down. Then an absolute stunner, Bryn Morris hit it from distance, just slightly to the right-hand side of the D. It did take a big deflection off the head of Lisandro Martinez, who has had a good game returning from injury today for Manchester United, and nestled in the bottom left-hand corner of Altay Bayindir's goal. So no debut clean sheet for the Manchester United number one, the Turk in goal for the Reds, or the Whites as we should call them today, in all white in their third kit. But the second half about to get underway at Rodney Parade, and it's Rasmus Højlund to get us back underway here. Casemiro straight to the right hand side to Anthony, who got his first goal involvement of the season, the £85 million Brazilian today. He assisted Bruno Fernandes for his opener on 7 minutes. That got us underway here in the FA Cup fourth round. Just after that, Kobe Mainu with his first senior goal, and then the aforementioned stunner from Bryn Morris. United now come down the left-hand side at the start of the second half. It's Garnacho, curling effort into the middle, could still fall for Anthony, over the head. Oh, it's an awful effort in the end, puts it well wide of the goal And that just about sums up his season so far, Alex.
You said it, not me, Gaz. Yeah, it really does. Obviously, when he gets in them areas, you've just got to show more quality, and obviously he's got all the ability in the world, but if he's going to get this Manchester United faithful on side, he needs to just start doing a little bit more in front of goal in that final third in terms of goals and assists, and stop being sloppy like he's just been there.
They do go long, Newport County down the right-hand side, and they are back in possession here. It's an attempted pass in behind that, luckily for United, Lisandro Martinez is able to intercept. Now Delo bombing down the right-hand side. Delo, good ball into the feet of Fernandez. Could fall to Garnacho right by the byline in the box. Lays it off to Luke Shaw along the ground. It's blocked. Still in the air, the ball. But there is Nick Townsend to collect for the hosts. And he once again goes long instantly down the right-hand side. It's a good ball up to Evans, who can bring it down well and play it into the middle. Controlled by the forward. They keep possession, Newport County, and then they clip it down the left-hand side. It's Lewis. A ball along the ground, and Newport County equalise! What a moment to Rodney Parade! Slotted home from close range, and right at the start of the second half, an FA Cup giant killing could be on the cards. It's Newport County 2, Manchester United 2.
They've been done on the long keeper's kick. He's kicked it early, the Newport goalkeeper. United were 2 for 2 at the back. Martinez has been drawn out into a wide area, not done enough for me. He's allowed Evans to cut it back on himself, cross the ball wide to the left-hand channel. Newport have worked it really well. A lovely ball whizzed across the goal. I think it was Evans who put it across the 6-yard box, was it? And a great finish at the near post.
Yeah, it's Evans who made it 2-2.
Evans who made it. It was a good ball across the box.
His 19th goal of the season, but none bigger than that. Listen to this crowd here at Rodney Parade.
Not the start to this second half Manchester United would have wanted, that's for sure.
The manager describes this as the club's biggest ever game. And to come back from 2 goals down against the mighty Manchester United is some achievement for Newport County, no matter what happens from here in the game. It's 2-2 with 48 minutes on the clock. Here is Luke Shaw in possession now, into the feet of Rasmus Højlund on the left-hand side, brought down by the defender on the right, so United get a free kick, and United really need an instant response in this game to save the blushes of their players, to potentially save the job of the manager. If this stays like this, Alex, questions will be asked.
Yeah, of course they will, but going back to the goal, Anthony's got to do more defensively. Dallo gets dragged across into the centre-half position because Martinez gets dragged over on the far side. The ball gets switched across to the oncoming left-back, and Anthony's just let him go. Simple as that. So that'll be concerning for Erik ten Hag, obviously not doing his job defensively.
Luke Shaw to take the free kick for United, right into the middle. They can't get it away, Newport. It's Garnacho on his left. The shot's blocked and they clear it away. And we're at the stage in the game, even though it is early in the second half, where every clearance is being cheered. Every successful pass by a Newport player is being cheered. No matter what happens in this game, questions will be asked of Manchester United, and Newport County have had one of their greatest ever cup days. Ball into the box by United, headed back away by the defence. Here's Casemiro. Bruno Fernandes helps it on to Garnacho. They've got it back on the right-hand side though now, Newport County. They go long down the right. Martinez is there to control and feeds it back to the goalkeeper, Altay Bayındır. Can you believe what we are seeing here? League 2, Newport County 2, Manchester United 2. It was bad enough for United fans losing 2-goal leads in the Champions League, not to League 2 opposition, as Anthony goes down the right-hand side, and it's a terrible pass in behind, rolls out of play for a goal kick. Big cheer from the crowd.
Anthony, again, his body language, he does He breaks down this right-hand side. He tries to feed a pass for Mainu, a straight ball, puts it out of play, waves his arms as if it's Mainu's problem, when the pass was clearly on for Bruno in the middle of the pitch to transfer the ball across the 18-yard box to Bruno in the middle of the pitch to switch it out to the other side. Picks the wrong option again.
Important to note, this is probably Manchester United's first 11.
Well, that's a big question mark, that, Gaz. I mean, you've got McTominay, Harry Maguire on the bench. I think when you look at the bench with the likes of McTominay on it, Eriksen as well, they've got quality on the bench who, for me, might need to start looking at that bench soon to try and get back into this game.
Højlund in possession for United now in the centre circle. Diogo Dalot back with the ball at his feet, passes it to Casemiro, who goes back to Varane, and then he flicks it onto the right hand side to Dalot. Little step over with his right and goes left, feeds the ball back to the right though, into the feet of Anthony, who got his first goal involvement of the season today, the Brazilian, assisting Bruno Fernandes's opener. But Manchester United in serious trouble in the FA Cup fourth round, finalists last year, and now being asked big questions by League Two Newport County. Bayandere with the ball at his feet, needs to be careful. He was closed down by Seb Palmer-Holding, and he eventually manages to wriggle it out of his feet into Rafael Varane. United go down the right hand side as Anthony is brought to the ground by Lewis and gets himself a free kick right in front of the dugout as Erik ten Hag watches on, disgust on his face. Can only imagine how the United fans to our right here are feeling at the start of this second half. 52 minutes played, it's 2-2. That's a good ball in behind. It's Fernandes with space. Oh, he's tried to flick it over the goalkeeper and almost flicked it out the ground. Did it take a clip off the defender? It must have done. It's a corner.
It's a corner kick. It was good defending by the Newport centre half. A good ball through from Luke Shaw.
Luke Shaw takes it quickly. A little fake from Kobe Mainu, and eventually Newport managed to get it away. Here's Diogo Dalot. Flicks one over the top, looking for the jump of Luke Shaw, but Newport there first. Shane McLaughlin again winning the header, clearing it down the right hand side, and Manchester United just can't have a spell of possession. They're currently level against League Two opposition after leading 2-0 on BBC Radio Manchester. This is an incredible result at this stage. There's so much football left to be played, but Alex, even if United were to turn this round now and win by, let's say, 2 goals, questions have to be asked.
I just think they need to get back into the game, Gaz, and they've got the quality to do it. They just need to get the ball down and start playing again. It's as simple as that. They haven't quite done it so far in this opening second half.
Dalot with a good pass down the right. Anthony does really well. He keeps it in play. Anthony into the box, lays it off to Højlund. Still Højlund, back to goal. Fernandes, great save from Nick Townsend, and he holds it. It remains 2-2, and what a big chance that was for Manchester United.
That's what they need to do. They need to keep working the ball to these wide areas. They just need to get back playing how they did in the opening half an hour of the first half. They've got the quality on the pitch to do it. Obviously the crowd are up. They just need to calm the occasion by getting on the ball, showing what quality they have got on the pitch, and if they do that, I'm pretty confident they'll get back into the game.
Bit of a mistake there at the back for Manchester United. Casemiro just missed his clearance. United luckily managed to get the ball back, and that's a lovely grass-cutting pass from Bruno Fernandes, but it actually couldn't be kept in by Alejandro Garnacho on the left-hand side, so it will be a Newport County throw-in inside their own half. And this crowd is making some serious noise here in South Wales. Newport County 2, Manchester United 2. There's United fans in the Newport County 11. There's a United fan in the Newport County dugout. Graham Coughlin, the manager, he said this is the club's biggest ever game. He grew up a United fan in Ireland, and he's watched his team come back from a 2-goal deficit and level it up against the mighty Manchester United. Maybe we need to now start saying the once mighty Manchester United, because Ten Hag's side are in serious trouble. Throw in on the halfway line for Newport County then. Back attacking play, headed on, down the right. Rafael Varane has to get there and clear away. Only as far as McLaughlin on the right-hand side again. Martinez sweeps up at the back. His clearance once again doesn't find a white shirt. And United, who are attacking from left to right here, just get a bit of luck to get the ball back. Another poor pass once again, though, from Eric Ten Hag's side. And Newport County get possession back. They give it back to the goalkeeper. Townsend goes long down the right-hand side. Newport in possession in the centre of the pitch. It's Scott Bennett. Bit of space in the middle for Newport. Lewis on the left-hand side lines up the cross. It's blocked by Diogo Dalot. And out through a Newport throw-in deep in the United half.
Credit to Newport, they're moving the ball well. They've obviously took a lot of confidence from getting back into this game. United need to get on the ball and stop being sloppy with it. It's as simple as that. They've given the ball away too much so far in the opening periods of this second half. And Newport have fed on that, and they're causing Manchester United problems.
We've seen United surrender leads this season to the likes of Galatasaray. That away game, it's headed on there in the box for Newport. Big appeal for a penalty as well. They're saying handball, but no. Lewis puts it back in the box. Newport head on the end of it straight at Bayern. Another big chance for the Exiles. They almost took the lead. Bayern goes with a long throw. It's not a good one, and Newport have possession back. It's Lewis back into a central position. Bennett with plenty of space now for the home side. Back towards the right-hand side. Plays it back to Scott Bennett. Scott Bennett with a nice through ball in behind. Garnacho can't get there first. Bit of a scrap actually for Garnacho to try and get it back. Eventually he's brought down to the ground, Garnacho, by the first goal scorer, Bryn Morris, and United get a free kick just outside their own box.
It's a proper cup tie, Gaz, isn't it? It's helter-skelter. It's a great view for the neutral. From a Manchester United point of view... Oh, Bayern.
Terrible from the goalkeeper. Bayern there. No pressure on him at all. He goes to clear the ball away. Puts it straight out of play for a throw-in. I was going to mention earlier when United surrendered the lead against Galatasaray. That was in an intimidating atmosphere. This has become an intimidating atmosphere. You'd think Bayern, who's played in Turkey, can handle those atmospheres. Yeah, it looks like it's getting to him.
I was just going to say, if you can't handle 9,000 at Newport, then it's a problem.
Lewis with the throw-in for the Exiles, straight into the box. Misses everyone in the air. And Bayern again in possession. He again tries to throw it out to Luke Shaw, who gives away the free kick in a 50-50. And Newport County have another chance to put the ball in the Manchester United box. It's a free kick to the right-hand side.
The last three times Bayern has touched the ball, he's put one out of play. He's thrown two balls out to the wide men, and they've both been cut out, inviting pressure from Newport. He just needs to calm himself down and gather himself. It's simple as that.
What a start to the second half we had here. Will Evans, the main man usually for Newport County. Once again, 19th goal of the season for him. And it put his side level after trailing 2-0 against Manchester United. And now it feels like every opportunity to get the ball in the United box will cause panic amongst the Manchester United players, and maybe panic amongst the Manchester United fans. It's a free kick on the right-hand side now for Newport County, halfway inside the United half. The left hand goes in the air. The ball comes in the box. It's flat. It's met on the volley in the end by Harry Charlesley. Could have ended up anywhere. Ends up for a goal kick for Manchester United. 2-2, 60 minutes played.
You just can't believe how Manchester United started the game so well, to go 2-0 up, to allow Newport, who looked like they were lacking ideas in the opening half an hour, looked like they had a sucker punch, for it to turn round full swing like it has is quite incredible. But United just need to get back on the ball and try and show a little bit of composure, because at the minute everything's just helter-skelter at 100 miles an hour.
We once again see another example of the Newport press against Manchester United's back line. They nearly won it back, United. I think it was an offside decision in the end after two Newport players pressed and one drifted into an offside position, Palmer Holden. United got us back underway with a free kick. Diogo Dalot, Luke Shaw on the left-hand side. It's a strong United 11 today, it has to be said, and they are struggling. But Garnacho finds the run of Luke Shaw. He can cut back, give it back to Garnacho in the box, in the 6-yard box. The attempted ball across goal from Garnacho comes off a defender. It was Lewis in the end, and it'll be a United corner on this left-hand side, right in front of the travelling away fans. Luke Shaw goes short. Garnacho back to Luke Shaw. The ball comes in. Hoyland's there! Oh, I thought it was in. I think it took a nick off Martinez and Hoyland, and it drifts wide. There's a Newport fan in front of me. He's offering me his glasses.
I was going to say.
I thought it was rolling in the bottom corner. I think I need to get to Specsavers. Going to get us back underway then with a Newport County goal kick. It's Nick Townsend who's going to take this in a topsy-turvy, incredible game of FA Cup football here in South Wales. Newport County 2, Manchester United 2. Do not adjust your sets. If you heard earlier United were 2-0 up, you'd be correct. It's 2-2 though, into the final third of the game. Newport clear it down the right-hand side, looking for the run of Seb Palmer holding it. Not a great ball into him, and out to play for a throw-in for Manchester United, deep inside their own half. Will Eric Ten Hag be looking towards his bench now, Alex?
Well, I'm just looking at Harry Maguire and McTominay, I think it is, over there warming up. I think Christian Eriksen as well, so he has got options to change it.
We'll wait and see what the Manchester United manager has in store for the League 2 opposition today. Townsend goes long, the goalkeeper for Newport, down the right-hand side. Evans keeps the ball in play really well, and it's a bit of head tennis going on in the middle, and Newport come out the victors. They've got possession back in the centre circle, and they shift the ball out to the left-hand side, but Anthony intercepts. It's just a poor touch, and Newport can come back away with possession. Fernandez wrestles to get it back, can't get it back, and there was a run opening up in the centre of the United box there just before that interception was made, but now United can come forward on the counter. It's Anthony on the right. He's brought down, no free kick again. He goes down holding his left leg. The referee wants nothing to do with it, and Newport County will go long again as Diogo Dalot picks up possession for Manchester United and goes back to Altay Bayindir. Varane for United, pass into the feet of Casemiro, back heel to Hoyland in the centre of the pitch. It's Garnacho on the left, on the outside. Garnacho outside the foot, ball in, doesn't reach anyone in the middle, and out of play for a throw-in on this near side. It's 2-2. Sensational game of FA Cup football on BBC Radio Manchester today. 95.1 FM DAB, and if you do have something on this afternoon, you need to leave your radio sets. Make sure you get the app, BBC Sounds. You can listen to us anywhere you go today, because you do not want to miss a second of this incredible, enthralling game in the world's greatest cup competition. Maidstone pulled off an unbelievable shock yesterday against Championship Ipswich Town. This would outdo that, considering the fact that Manchester United were in cruise control in this game. There is a stoppage in play currently as the Newport County goalkeeper receives some treatment, Nick Townsend. But let me tell you the story of this game. Bruno Fernandes, in the opening 10 minutes, puts United 1 goal up. Lovely team move. Kobe Mainu scores his first ever senior goal, a first goal for Manchester United, of course. Just moments later, just minutes later. Then out of nowhere, 10 minutes before first half, Bryn Morris, a hit and hope from distance. It deflected and landed perfectly in the bottom left-hand corner of Altay Bayindir's goal. Nothing United could do about it.
United need to shape themselves. I'm just looking at the body language of a few of the players. They look a little bit flat. They look a little bit dejected. There's a lot of heads and faces looking down at the floor as if to say they're a little bit shell-shocked of what's actually happened in this game. And on the reverse side of that, Newport have got the chests out. They're coming over to the side to get a drink because the goalkeeper was down getting a bit of treatment. The crowd are up, they're cheering them off just for coming to get a drink. So it's all set up for a horrible day at the office for Manchester United. They need to regroup, gather themselves and get back into this game because, as I say, they're still only one goal away from winning this cup tie. They need to realise that.
Manchester United certainly dejected after the start of this second half where Newport equalised. Their star man, Will Evans, the man to do it. And now in this second half, United are coming forward with Fernandes back underway. Fernandes, ball into the feet of Højlund, but there first is an Exiles defender and they can clear it away. It's blocked well from Casemiro though. Højlund tries to head it to the feet of Kobbie Mainoo and again hooked away by the Newport defence. And there's space for Morris in the centre of the pitch for the home side. They go down the right, Newport County. McLaughlin, ball into the feet. It's an attempt from distance. It's well wide in the end. But once again, space. It's Harry Charlesley this time who puts it wide. But once again, another shot.
Newport are just winning too many duels at the moment, in the middle of the pitch especially. Casemiro, Mainoo and Bruno. They're getting outnumbered in the middle of the park and Newport are winning everything that's knocking down. United need to get on the ball and start moving it around a little bit better than what they currently are.
United building up from the back. It's Luke Shaw on the left-hand side for the Reds. A 2-0 win at Wigan in the third round of the FA Cup. Meant that they travel here to South Wales. It looked all but done in the opening stages, but a long ball forward there from United. Did ask questions, but it rolls through to the goalkeeper. United's strong start in this one, completely undone by the spirit and tenacity of Newport County. It is 2-2 with 33 minutes to go. United going from left to right in this second half. Can Erik ten Hag's side retake the lead in a game that they were in such control of for around 35 minutes? Ball over the top, looking for the run of Anthony. He's in the box as well, Anthony, on the right-hand side. The pass into the feet of Mainoo, lets it go. Luke Shaw will take it on. Shaw cuts back, right-footed effort, hits the bar. Anthony pokes home, an open goal. And Anthony gets his first goal of the season for Manchester United. Instinctive right-footed finish. And United do retake the lead in South Wales. It's 3-2.
And that'll do him no harm whatsoever, will it? It's a great bit of play from Luke Shaw on the far side. He chops in on his right foot this time. Tries to bend one in the far right-hand corner. Hits the post, and there's Anthony just to poke in the rebound. Exactly what Manchester United needed, just to try and calm this game down now. They've got themselves 3-2 up again. They need to put the foot on the ball, keep hold of it, and not give Newport any chance to get back into this game.
I think the delay there in the goal announcement from myself was that I thought an offside flag was coming up against Anthony. His body language suggested
the whole ground went into shock, didn't it?
It was offside.
The stadium went from being very, very, very noisy just to the wind. It was like a pin went in the place, wasn't it, when that ball hit the back of the net? Obviously exactly what Manchester United needed.
Anthony pokes home. It was an open goal, but he did have to adjust his body well and finish with his weaker foot. To be fair to him, he's a player that has been criticised for his one-footedness, so a right-footed finish for Anthony. He'll take any of them. The shot initially came from Luke Shaw on his right foot as well. Ricocheted off the post. And Anthony pokes home to put United back in front in the FA Cup fourth round. Rodney Parade, though, will get right behind their side as Newport have a long throw-in right into the United box. It's asking questions. United need to get this away. They do with Diogo Dalot, who pokes it forward to Anthony. He can't get there first inside his own half, and it's put out of play for a United throw-in by Scott Bennett. And here comes a change for the hosts. Lewis Payne to come onto the pitch for the Liverpool loanee, Adam Lewis. 3-2 currently with 20 minutes to play. But who knows what's in store in this one. I think at 2-0, I turned to you and I said, shouldn't have any problems from here, United. Can you believe what we've seen in this game, Alex?
Well, it wouldn't surprise me if there's another twist and turn in the way the game's gone. Obviously, the way Manchester United started the game, they were playing really, really well. Newport obviously got back into it and the tails were up. Let's just hope now, from a Manchester United point of view, now they've got themselves back in front, that they can see this game out.
United playing up from the back now. Diogo Dalot into Bruno Fernandes. It's BBC Radio Manchester FA Cup 4th round commentary. Manchester United 3-2 to the good against League 2 Newport County. Myself, Gaz Drinkwater, and former United youngster Alex Bruce with me. Plenty of talking points from this one though. You can have your say after the game. 0800 218 2255. It's a good ball forward from United, cutting the lines. Kobe Mainu feeds it into Anthony. Couple of step overs from Anthony, tries to find Bruno Fernandes, who does get there in the end. Fernandes left-footed shot from distance, blocked. Garnacho, if he can wriggle free with possession, tries to lay it off to Casemiro, but Newport get it back, and the yellow card's out now for Casemiro, who went in hard on Harry Charsley just to stop that Newport break. He probably needed to, and he's picked up a booking. The best cup competition in world football.
Yeah, without a shadow of a doubt, and it's because of days like today. I mean, you've seen Newport, fair play to them, League 2 team, they've come and gone toe-to-toe with Manchester United. It's been a great cup tie, I have to say. I feared for them, as I say, when Man United obviously started the game in the manner that they did, but for them to come back into it and get themselves back to 2-2, fair play to them.
A long ball down the left there from the goalkeeper Townsend. It was met quite nicely from Seb Palmer-Hold, and he just couldn't quite get his volley on target. But there we go again. All it takes is one long ball forward, and it asks questions.
They just need to remain concentrated now defensively, in particular Man United. They don't need to give Newport any kind of leg up to get back into this game again. They've made a few mistakes. They can't afford to make any more. It's as simple as that.
United do continue to build out from the back though. And it's a long ball forward down the left from Luke Shaw. Good turn from Garnacho, who could be in behind. Garnacho, he's lays it off to Rasmus Højlund. Tight angle. Højlund fakes the shot. Cuts back on his right. Fernandes! Shot blocked. And Newport getting away again. That should have been game, set and match there. But bodies on the line for the Exiles.
Fantastic defending there from Ryan Delaney. He's done a couple of them this afternoon. He throws himself in front of the ball as Bruno Fernandes pulls the trigger on the edge of the box. Fantastic defending.
Throwing on the left for United inside the Newport half then. Højlund will try and poke one over the top, looking for Bruno Fernandes. He can't keep it in play. He's actually shepherded out of play really well there by James Clark on the left-hand side. And Newport will get a goal kick. Newport County, they've welcomed the likes of Manchester City and Spurs in recent seasons in the Cup.
Newcastle came here a couple of years ago and my dad was in charge as well. It was a difficult cup tie for Newcastle that day too. So they've got experience of playing against big teams here at Newport.
They ask big questions of Premier League sides. They've asked a big question of United today. In fact, two big questions coming back from 2 goals down. United have retaken the lead though. It was Anthony, his first goal of the season. 2 players getting their first goals of the season for Manchester United today. Kobe Mainu in the first half. Anthony with the deflected tap-in the second half. 15 minutes to play. And it's 3-2 to United. Newport with the ball on the right. Evans halfway inside the United half. United have every single player behind the ball here. The ball does come into the box. Headed on. United head not on the end of it. The defence can't clear it away properly. And Bayandera eventually has to get stuck in there and get it back for the Reds. They go down the left now. It's a throw out to Bruno Fernandes. Fernandes lays it off to Anthony on the left-hand side. Just outside the box now, Anthony. He's shifted out to that wing, the Brazilian, the goal scorer today. Garnacho takes over. South American link-up for Manchester United. Garnacho back to Anthony on the left-hand side. Here's Garnacho again. Shot blocked. Falls to Mainu. Controls it in the box. Lays it off to Garnacho. Garnacho left-footed ball in. Deflects out. United corner on the left-hand side. 15 minutes to play. Newport 2, Manchester United 3.
Wouldn't surprise me if Manchester United bring on Harry Maguire for the last 15-20 minutes of this game. I think with what Newport are potentially going to throw at Manchester United in terms of long balls into the box, if they get a free kick, set pieces, might not be a bad option for Erik ten Hag.
Park the bus.
Not so much park the bus, but just bring Harry on, because we know that's a big strength of his. Aerially, he's good in the air, he heads a lot of things away. Wouldn't surprise me if we see him come on the pitch.
Left for United, Fernandes into the far post. It's well played by Nick Townsend, the goalkeeper. He's come out, he's caught it really confidently. Not put too much of a foot wrong, really, the Newport goalkeeper today. He's been beaten by good finishes and one deflected goal which he couldn't really do too much about. But Newport County will come forward with a long clearance from the goalkeeper. Luke Shaw heads it back into a more central position. Anthony controls the ball and he's brought to the ground, and United get the free kick. They take it quickly. They go down the left. It's Garnacho. Shaw on the overlap. In there is Hoyland. The ball in wasn't great. Just went between Hoyland and the defender and rolled back to the left-hand side where Morris can clear away for Newport County. It's a great clearance as well, and a lovely bit of control from Evans. United get stuck in there to nick the ball back though. Kobe Mainu in the centre circle for United. Just puts his foot on the ball and controls the play for United now as they try and dictate the tempo of this one, which it has to be said has been quite manic throughout the entirety of this second half, because of course Newport got their equaliser right at the start of the second half. Mainu back down the left. United 3-2 up now though. Garnacho onto his right foot. Garnacho shot saved and caught really well as well from Nick Townsend in front of the away travelling Manchester United fans.
Great play from Mainu again. He's always wants the ball for such a young kid. The option, he's always wanting to take the ball off the back four. He gets himself in good options. He does it again there, gets it, sprays it out lovely to Garnacho. 40-yard pass drilled out to the left-hand flank. He cuts inside Garnacho and gets his shot off, but unfortunately for Manchester United, straight down Nick Townsend's throat.
Townsend did go long there, down the right-hand side. It was cleared up in the air. And then eventually Newport put it out away for a throw-in on the far side. Double substitution now from Newport County. We'll see Kiban Hang Rai come onto the pitch. Baker also lined up for a chance to play against Manchester United. And fresh legs introduced to the home side through James White as well. Newport really going to throw everything at this game for the final 12 minutes and cause what could potentially be one of the biggest FA Cup shocks of the weekend. And I am including Maidstone's win against Ipswich in that one. If Newport County could take Manchester United back to Old Trafford now, it really would be phenomenal. But they do trail by one currently. They've already shown their spirit in this game of coming back. They were 2-0 down, 2-2 right at the start of the second half. Unbelievable. The noise in this place. Make 9,000 sound like 90,000 in South Wales. Manchester United retook the lead around 20 minutes ago. Newport on the right hand side now. Luke Shaw, the man attempting to do the defending. And back there is Casemiro to put it out of play. Blocks the pass backwards. And it goes out for a Newport throw-in on the right-hand side. It won't be a long throw-in this time. Played short to White. He'll play the cross into the middle as well. It's a dangerous ball in the middle. Evans with his hands all over Kobe Mainu in the box, just outside the 6-yard box. And Manchester United get the free kick. 11 minutes to go. United still only lead by one. It's 3-2.
Looks like Scott McTominay's coming on for Manchester United. It'll be interesting to see who he takes off. Wouldn't surprise me if it's maybe Casemiro, because obviously it's his first game back in a while. Unless he takes the youngster Mainu off, who's had a good game.
Shaw on the left, following Bayindir's pass. Shaw rolls the ball out to his left foot and plays a pass into the feet of Hoyland. Goes to Garnacho, who turns backwards and plays the ball all the way back to Lisandro Martinez. Returning from injury today, Martinez. If him and Casemiro expected an easy return back into the side, they've not got it. They do lead by 1 though. Here's Garnacho, good pass from Fernandez. That Garnacho into the box. Garnacho, it's Anthony. Delays the shot, lays it off to Mainu. He plays the pass to Luke Shaw. Back to Garnacho, cuts back, and Newport clear away again. United have to be more clinical than that, Alex Bruce.
Yeah, they do. Anthony that time, ball's cut back to him. He has too many touches in the box. He just needed to step onto it and sweep his finish away. Yeah, Casemiro's the one coming off for McTominay. Is it Mainu coming on as well? Is it, who's that coming on?
Willy Kambwala.
Kambwala's coming on. Who's he coming on for?
Willy Kambwala comes
on for Luke Shaw
to replace Luke Shaw. Scott McTominay on to replace Casemiro. 2 players back in the United side today, returning from injury. You'd think that this change is purely a fitness issue, but another teenager introduced, this time into the defence by Manchester United. Willy Kambwala made his debut against West Ham. Many people were shocked to see him in the 11 that day.
Looks like Dalot's gone out to left back and Kambwala will come into this right back slot. United shuffling the pack a little bit.
Thought it was a risk playing an inexperienced player at centre back in a ground like this, in a game like this.
So Mainu's now just sitting in front of the back 4 with Bruno and McTominay just a little bit advanced in front of him.
Bayern now in possession. They've closed down quickly Newport County, but Kambwala can play a pass forward to Anthony. He's closed down again by defenders, but just can't manage to spin them away. In fact, he gives away the free kick, Anthony. He tried to spin away from Shane McLaughlin. He put a foot in the defender, got possession back, and then Anthony, just out of frustration, despite his earlier goal, brings the full-back down. So Newport County have another free kick. This time it's slightly inside the United half. It's right towards the left-hand side, just in front of the dugouts, as Newport will go from right to left today. And we are just seeing now a stoppage in play.
Looks like there's a problem over the far side. It looks like a supporter.
Yeah, it looks like the physio is being called over to a supporter in the far side here at Valley Parade. It's not something we like to see at football, of course. Anyone get injured or anyone experience any sort of health issue, especially not those in support. And this crowd who have been so incredible in supporting their side. Looks like one supporter may be struggling. So we will wait here in South Wales and of course hope that the supporter is okay, and the physios who have been called to support at the far side of the pitch can help whoever it is that is struggling here at Newport.
All you can do is hope that it's not too serious.
Absolutely. In the game itself, Manchester United are up by 1, 3-2. However, as we currently await a supporter in the crowd who is receiving treatment, football currently not the most important thing. Remember, you can have your say on BBC Radio Manchester straight after this game. 0800 218 2255. It's been a phenomenal game of football here in the FA Cup 4th round at Newport. United had a 2-goal lead. They surrender that 2-goal lead and then retake the lead with Anthony's first goal of the season. Plenty of questions will be asked of Erik ten Hag's side after this one, even though currently as it stands they are going through to the FA Cup 5th round and will be playing Bristol City or Nottingham Forest away. The rest of the draw: Luton Town against Manchester City, Sheffield Wednesday or Coventry against Maidstone United, the other MUFC in this competition, Blackburn or Wrexham against Newcastle, Chelsea or Villa against Leeds or Plymouth, Bournemouth against Leicester, and Liverpool Anfield will play Watford or Southampton, and Wolves will play Brighton. We currently wait here on BBC Radio Manchester for the game to get underway, as a supporter on the far side here at the ground is receiving treatment. We obviously send all our thoughts and our hopes to that supporter that everything is okay. Just to describe the scene here too, we've seen the referee here and Rasmus Højlund just run over to the dugout to the fourth official, and there are conversations being had now between the referee and the fourth official as to what will happen now as this supporter continues to receive treatment here at the ground. Rodney Parade, for the first time today, falls relatively quiet. Erik Ten Hag now on the pitch giving some instructions to Kobe Mainu. As we once again await for the physios and the paramedics.
Looks like they're going to get the game underway now.
To show in this game, yeah. Looks like the referee has now signalled for the game to get underway, so hopefully all is okay with that supporter in the stands. Newport get us back underway with a ball into the far post. They'll do well to keep this in play by the corner flag. They can't. It rolls out of play for a Manchester United goal kick. United 3-2 up in this game. There's 4 minutes to be played. However, you would now expect there'll be a healthy chunk of added time at the end of the game following the supporter in distress in the crowd. 0800 218 2255. Manchester United fans, have your say after this game. Fans of the FA Cup, fans of the WSL as well. United managed to get a win there today against Aston Villa. Manchester City as well. Have your say here on BBC Radio Manchester. Sell Sharks fans, your defeat to Gloucester as well. All sports welcome. United try and build out from the back and give the ball away as Newport get in there with the high press. They've just put it out for a throw-in. Will Evans, who's just about been everywhere today for Newport County, puts it out of play for a United throw-in towards their own corner flag from the United right-hand side, and Kwambwala with a long spinning throw-in forward, and Newport managed to nip the ball back. Kwambwala there to get it back for Manchester United. Anstey attempts to keep it in play, but at the end just flicks it out of play. Couple of changes now for Manchester United, and very interesting changes as well. Harry Maguire will be introduced for Manchester United. And also coming on to the pitch, Omari Forson, Manchester United youngster, scored in pre-season for the Reds, shown promise in the youth sides, and now will come on in the FA Cup fourth round. Big moment, even though it's late in the game, Alex.
Yeah, I can understand the substitution, especially the Harry Maguire one. Obviously the last dying moments of this game now. If Newport are going to get back into the game, I'd imagine they're going to try and punt it long into the box, which will be obviously why Harry Maguire's brought on with his aerial powers.
Newport go along with the throw-in down the left-hand side. They still have it in the final third. Could be a chance opening up here. The half volley. United can't get it away. It was blocked in the end, and it's Diogo Dalot who's there to clear it down the left-hand side for Manchester United. Newport trying to keep it in play. Far on that right-hand side now. The ball into the middle comes in. McTominay's there to head it back to Bruno Fernandes, and it's a really good turn from the United captain. Tries to feed it into Garnacho, but no, Fernandes was dragged down, so United will get a free kick inside their own half. Still 3-2 as we approach the 90-minute mark. 89 minutes played. We will expect a decent amount of added time at the end of this game, though. Mari Forson coming on for his second appearance for United. Ball into the feet of Scott McTominay as United try and go forward themselves. Forson challenges for the ball, puts it out of play for a throw-in on this near side. Newport County with a throw-in inside their own half then. It could be one of the greatest moments this ground has ever seen if they can get an equaliser. And here they come in the final third themselves on the left-hand side. Forson and Kambwala, the two youngsters linking up to try and defend it. They've not defended it though, and United still struggle to get the ball away. Newport County in possession. It's a good turn in the middle. It's the shot from distance. Oh, it looked like it had some spin on it from Will Evans. It just drifted wide. For a moment there, I thought that's drifting to the left.
Yeah, sloppy bit of play in the middle of the pitch. Broke to Will Evans on his left foot. He has a shot from 25 yards. It was a good strike actually, but unfortunately for him it just drifted past the post.
9 minutes added on. We expected a lot of added time after a bit of distress in the crowd, so an extra 9 minutes to be played. And I can't believe I'm saying this after the start of this game, but Manchester United holding on. League 2, Newport County 2, Manchester United 3. Phenomenal game in the FA Cup 4th round. And we want you to have your say on BBC Radio Manchester. 0800 218 2255, 81333 on the text. Start your message with Mank. Newport take the throw-in on the right-hand side. Maguire is there to head it back into a central position. Fernandez gets a foot in, clears it up in the air. United coming out the victors in that duel as they try and get it down the left and try and get in behind the Newport defence. It's a great turn though, and they'll carry on going forward, the Exiles. McTominay puts a foot in, gets the challenge in, but Newport will try and come again at Manchester United. United can't keep possession, close down again, and here come the Welsh side. They have it down the right, bit of space. The turn is made on Delow. There could still be the chance. The shot from distance looked dangerous. Took a nick. I think it actually took a deflection off a United defender, and it's out for a corner. Listen to this crowd. They're on their feet in front of me in the press box. They're in anticipation here of what could be a phenomenal moment at the end of this one. We've played 2 minutes of the 9 minutes added on. United are holding on against Newport County. A corner from the right-hand side in front of that temporary stand. It's a decent corner into the far post. I think it was Harry Maguire who headed that towards his own goal. Bayindir gets behind it, catches gratefully, and he'll hold on to that for a moment. What a game. Bayindir now in the D outside his own box. Goes long down the left-hand side looking for Garnacho, but it's headed back into the Manchester United half by Newport, and Bruno Fernandes can't keep possession in a central area. So Newport allowed to play another pass forward, which will just roll out to play on the far side. And Harry Maguire over to pick up the ball gratefully and take the throw in. 3 minutes played of 9 minutes added on. Manchester United very shortly to be confirmed FA Cup 5th round opponents for Bristol City at Ashton Gate or Nottingham Forest at the City Ground. Back to the goalkeeper Nick Townsend for Newport. He'll go long right towards the halfway line. Harry Maguire wins that header, and now it's McTominay with his fresh legs. Good pass in to Garnacho. Chance for Forson. Great save from Townsend. Hoyland! There it is. United through to the 5th round, and Rasmus Hoyland scores. It's only his second domestic goal for Manchester United, but he does it in front of these travelling fans and scores United's 4th. Newport County 2, Manchester United 4.
A good goal from Manchester United's point of view. A well-won header in the middle of the park by Harry Maguire. Exactly what you want from your centre-half. It bounces down. It's played through lovely. I think it was Scott McTominay who played it through. And a great forward run by Force, and he's one-on-one with the keeper. I tell you what, if Hoyland wasn't there for the rebound to slot it into the goal, there was a question mark over whether it could have been a penalty, because Forson looked like he was brought down to me. But a good goal for Hoyland to get. He gets his goal, and that finishes the game off for Manchester United. Game over now.
Not to take anything away from Rasmus Hoyland, but it would have been great to see young Omari Forson score for Manchester United. Denied by the goalkeeper, and it's Hoyland who scores on the rebound. Not Newport County now will go forward themselves down the left-hand side, right towards the corner flag. McTominay there to nick it back for United. who now have a winning trip to South Wales under their belt. Good play in the centre though from Newport County. Can they score a third? What a moment that would be. The shot's blocked and rolls out to Bruno Fernandes, who'll dummy it and let it roll through to Alejandro Garnacho. And maybe United on the break here could finish this game with a real flourish. Hoyland's ball in is blocked. Falls to Bruno Fernandes in the box, back to goal. Lays it off to Forson. Here's Hoyland. Hoyland for United. Good roll of the ball, but eventually too many defenders for him to get past, and they can clear away the exiles. But Willie Cambuala is there at the back. Just a hoof one back forward for Manchester United, as Nick Townsend gratefully is on the end of that pass. Manchester United fans and Newport County fans have been in fine voice today. They've created an incredible atmosphere here at Rodney Parade. The first ever competitive fixture between these two sides has produced a bit of a thriller. United 2 up and cruising until Newport came back to make it 2-2. 2 goals since then though, and United are 4-2 up at the moment. Newport have it on the left. It's a good ball into the middle. It's headed away. It drifts over Alejandro Garnacho. And Newport will get us back underway with another ball right into the box. It's a good ball in as well. Just couldn't get their head on it in the end. And it's cleared out of play by Manchester United for a Newport throw-in. As we see a late substitution now for Newport County. Nathan Daniel Wood to be introduced to the game. And Seb Palmer Holden to come off the pitch for Newport County. Manchester United are at this stage in the game now going through to the next round of the FA Cup. 2 minutes left to play. They're 2 goals up at Newport County, but certainly not plain sailing. Have your say on BBC Radio Manchester. 0800 218 2255. McLaughlin with the throw-in for Newport County. Headed back by Willie Cambuala. Scott McTominay making his presence known now. Forson into Hoyland. Tries a little 1-2 with Forson and just puts it out of play on the left-hand side. They take the throw-in quickly, Newport. Cambuala's at the end of it. Now McTominay wrestling to get the ball back for Manchester United, but they do come through with it themselves, Newport County. And it's an attempted pass into a more central position. McTominay got there first, just hacked at Evans, who, has to be said, has had a really good game today. And now Newport have a free kick, potentially the last action of the game, and a chance to score. Can you believe their third against Manchester United?
I can't, by the way the cup tie's gone. In full fairness to Newport, they've took the game to Manchester United. They've been brave from the get-go. They've tried to press them high up the pitch. They've really made it a good cup tie, so fair play to them.
The team in the EFL League 2 have taken the FA Cup finalists for a real ride today. 4-2 in the final stages. They've taken the free kick. Chance from outside the area. Curling effort. And that was a great save from Altay Bayındır as James Waite's effort looked destined for the top corner. Flying save by the Turk. And it remains 4-2.
His highlight of the game so far, it was a wonderful save up to his top left-hand corner to his side. Did well, really good shot from the edge of the box, going in out top corner, but a good save from the Manchester United goalkeeper.
United certainly had defensive woes in this game. Concede 2 goals to lead to opposition. It's not something Eric Ten Hag will be happy about. The corner taken by Newport County on the right-hand side. Outside the box, flicked into the box. And then eventually Manchester United can clear it away. And there goes the full-time whistle. A fantastic game of FA Cup 4th round football. You'd be forgiven for thinking we were in for a thrashing today after the opening 15 minutes. Bruno Fernandes scores on 7 minutes. Good team goal. Kobe Mainu with his first goal in senior football 6 minutes later. United in cruise control before a deflected Bryn Morris shot from distance drops in the bottom left-hand corner of Altay Bayındır's goal. That was just before the first half. Going into the second, what a start. Evans, the main man here at Newport County, scored a brilliant move following a long ball up from the goalkeeper. He made it 2-2. He lifted the lid off Rodney Parade, and then Anthony was there to spoil the party. Good curling effort from Luke Shaw on his right foot, off the post, deflects back to Anthony, who puts it in an open goal on his right boot. And then to wrap up proceedings, Rasmus Højlund in the 94th minute. Manchester United are through to the 5th round, but it wasn't pretty. It's finished here in South Wales. Newport County 2, Manchester United 4.
Well, I can say, Alex, that I had a couple of pals texting me throughout that game saying I can't